Writers write for a reason. They have something to say, and they have a motive for saying it. In other words, every piece of writing has a purpose. The purpose of a text is simply the writer's reason for writing. Many texts have more than one purpose, but usually one will stand out as primary. Readers have the job of determining the purpose or purposes of a text and understanding why the writer is writing and what the writer wants the reader to do with the text. Writers may choose from a variety of purposes, which usually fall into three main categories: to entertain, to inform, and to persuade. Let's take a closer look at each of these. First off, some writers write simply to entertain or amuse their readers. Texts created to entertain are often imaginative works like novels, stories, or poems. Think about the soap opera you're addicted to. Were you entertained by these? Then the writer has achieved his or her purpose. Second, writers often write to inform their readers. These texts provide facts about some topic that the writer believes is important and necessary for the reader to understand. Informative writing is usually clear and well organised. Think about the textbooks you've studied in classes. These are examples of informative texts. Writers who write to inform may also be writing to instruct, explain, or describe. When writers instruct their readers, they offer a series of steps to accomplish a specific task. An instruction manual, a how-to book, or a recipe book would be examples of instructional writing. When writers explain, they tell their readers how something works. An article about the discovery and the use of electricity, for instance, fulfills the purpose of explanation. When writers describe, they provide sensory details that allow their readers to form a mental picture of some person, place, or thing. For example, an eyewitness account of a traffic accident or a personal essay about your childhood would be examples of descriptive writing. Finally, writers frequently write to persuade their readers to a particular belief or opinion or to act in a particular way. Persuasive writing states the writer's opinion, offers evidence to support that position, and invites the reader to adopt the same position. Persuasive writing is found in everything from advertisements, movie reviews, to academic arguments and political speeches. So how do we determine the purpose of a piece of writing? To determine a text's purpose, you should ask yourself the following questions. 1. Is the text a novel, a story, or a poem? If the answer is yes, then the purpose is probably to entertain. 2. Does the text offer a set of facts? Well, if so, its purpose is probably to inform. Does the text provide a series of steps to accomplish a specific task? Well, if so, then that's a text that instructs. 4. Does a text tell how something works? Well, if it does, then its purpose is to explain. 5. Or does the text provide sensory details that allow the reader to form a mental picture? If the answer is yes, then it's probably a text that describes. And 6. Does the text attempt to change the reader's opinion about something or encourage the reader to act in a particular way? If so, it's probably intended to persuade.